Yes, yes, this is gonna be grand. Yes. Yeah. Here we go. Yes, this is gonna be grand. Gus from Berserk, the most bloodiest manga and prequel anime ever. I only saw a couple of episodes of the anime, and the moment I saw the first episodes, it was already brutal at the start. Oh, and Nightmare from the Soul series. Technically, his first appearance was Soul Edge, the very first Soul series game. And yeah, recurring antagonist, blah blah. If you played the Soul series, you pretty much know his story so far. Okay, let's do this. This is going to be one hell of a slobber knocker.
This episode of Death Battle is brought to you by Squarespace.
Those annotations out of my face.
Online store for you and your idea. Squarespace features an elegant interface, beautiful templates, and incredible 24/7 customer support. Try Squarespace at squarespace.com/screwattack and instantly get 10% off.
Yeah, no thanks. Let's just get to the fight. Let's see. Of course, Death Battle.
For untold decades, scientists have searched for a legitimate method of measuring a person's level of badassness, completely missing the obvious answer.
Just check out the size of his sword! Like Guts, the black swordsman from Berserk.
Yeah.
And Nightmare, the demonic scourge from Soul Calibur.
Yep.
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Oh yeah. The Black Swordsman himself.
In the realm of Midland, rumors run rampant of a man wielding a humongous blade slaying any who get in his way.
Hell yeah!
But before his legend grew, this black swordsman was known simply as Guts.
Yep.
Oh man, I'm so excited! Guts is one of the most badass and hardcore characters ever.
Oh yeah.
But the story of Guts is not for the faint of heart.
Yeah, it's kinda dark. You've been warned.
I don't care.
After a brutal massacre, Guts was born from the corpse of his mother, who'd been hanged from a tree.
And we're just getting started.
So...
Baby Guts was discovered by a traveling band of mercenaries and was adopted by the camp whore.
Who
Damn.
died to plague 3 years later.
Damn.
With no one left to turn to, Guts was mentored by the mercenary leader Gambino, who began training him in swordsmanship when he was just 6 years old.
Hey, Guts! Why don't you use a smaller sword? One right for your size.
Ah, fuck him.
We don't carry any baby-sized swords for kids here anyway.
Ah, fuck you.
An
Oh, he's still
extremely
standing.
determined student of war, Guts was soon brought onto the battlefield and killed his first man at the age of 9.
Oh!
Despite his skill, life wasn't all murder, sunshine, and rainbows.
Duh.
Guts was constantly abused in many ways that I don't really want to go into. But these awful things he had to endure kickstarted the long, excruciating process of grooming Guts into the scariest man in the world.
Yeah, boy.
After killing his crazed adoptive father in self-defense, Guts became a lone mercenary. And a damn good one. Recognized for his skill, he was recruited by the mercenary crew called the Band of the Hawk, led by an ambitious man named Griffin. The Hawk's Raiders would be Guts' first taste of camaraderie and friendship.
Over the next 3 years, they single-handedly ended a 100-year war. Things were looking up for Guts. And then Griffin summoned a horde of demons, transformed into a bat monster, murdered all of Guts' friends, and claimed ownership of Guts' soul by branding his neck. If that wasn't traumatic enough, Griffin then raped Guts' girlfriend in the pool of his friend's blood as he watched, pinned down with his eye gouged out and forced to carve his own.
Definitely not his best day. After all that, Guts dedicated his entire life to murdering Griffith as painfully and brutally as possible, while fighting demons on a daily basis as they are drawn to his brain like moths to a flame.
But to do this, he needs the right tools for the job. He carries a belt of throwing knives and a pouch of mini-bombs even demons can't take.
He also received a new mechanical hand, which houses a flamethrower, repeater crossbow, and a hidden single-shot cannon. Perfect for blasting a demon's face.
Surprise, bitch!
But none of that compares to Guts' primary tool of destruction, the giant blade known as Dragon Slayer.
Ooh, I like that. I like that name. Oh, from the first episode.
Heavy, and far too rough. It's too big to be called a sword. More like a heap of raw iron. And it might just be the most beautiful thing I've ever seen.
Look at Guts'
Forged
face.
by the legendary hermit Godo, Dragon Slayer was made to, well, slay a dragon.
Duh.
Unfortunately, it was laughed off as impossible to use by anyone.
Damn.
Except for Guts.
Yeah.
Sitting 6.5 feet long and weighing over
Good
400
God.
pounds, the Dragon Slayer is enormous, though not unfeasible. In real life, the largest sword ever used in battle belonged to a Frisian freedom fighter and stood 7 feet tall.
Good
Though
God.
It wasn't nearly as heavy, only 14 pounds.
And it's
With a
real.
single swing of Dragon Slayer, Guts can cleave through a man wearing heavy armor. Along with his weapon, his horse, and any other people and creatures who happen to be in the wrong place at the wrong time.
And after killing over 1,000 demons, no, I did not stutter, Dragon Slayer was bathed in so much demonic blood that it now rests in both the physical and astral planes of existence. Somehow. Meaning it is capable of harming any supernatural being.
Even ghosts!
Damn.
Guts is an absolute monster in combat. He can move faster than the eye can track, killed 100 soldiers on his own in a single night, and once jumped in the mouth of a giant sea god, cut his way through it, and killed it from within.
You intend to gamble your life on a single strike?
Guts will do anything
Yeah.
to defeat his foes, including jumping into fire or allowing himself to be impaled just to gain an advantage.
Yeah.
Somehow he always survives.
Yeah.
Fallen hundreds of feet, gotten stabbed through the face,
Oh.
1,000 supernatural punches at
Good
once,
God.
and even been run over by an elf fairy Mothra going supersonic
fuck?
speeds.
But his disregard for his own safety can be costly. Honestly, the only reason he's still alive is pure dumb luck and unstoppable willpower.
And if Guts wasn't
I don't
tough enough
believe
on
in
his own,
luck.
he wears the Berserker armor.
Yeah.
Insane battle gear you've ever
It's
seen.
so
The
beautiful.
Berserker armor seals off the wearer's nervous system, making him immune to pain and its natural inhibitions.
It's
This allows
so
Guts to fight at his
beautiful.
fullest potential, boosting his power and speed at the risk of
Look
damaging
at that
his own body.
face.
With this armor, Guts' sword swing is more powerful than a cannonball, though the Force can break his own arm. But don't worry, the great Berserker armor will literally rip and pierce his body to pin the bones and muscle back in place.
Now, don't get the wrong idea. The armor does not actually heal Guts. It just holds him together. This is dangerous because, well, even though Guts won't feel pain, that doesn't make him invincible.
Plus, the Berserker armor also kinda forces Guts to give in to his inner demons and lose all sense of morality and restraint, making him the most violent demon killer ever.
Violent and completely uncontrollable.
Guts is the
Hence the
embodiment of
name
rage and
Berserk.
the epitome of badassery. Believe me, the last thing you want to do is get in this guy's way.
True that.
My sword has gotten very dull. However, it's 3 times as thick and does 3 times the damage of a normal sword. You'd better pray you die quickly, or this could be painful.
Oh, nightmare.
Long ago, transcending history and the world, an enormous sword was forged, designed to be the deadliest weapon on the battlefield.
It was called Soul Edge, and it was a beast. Gigantic, powerful,
Look at that eye.
sexy.
At a daunting 6 feet 1 inch in length, no ordinary soldier could wield it, but those who could proved unstoppable.
It left no survivors in its wake, just like my ex-wife at an all-you-can-eat buffet.
However, a great evil dwelt within the sword. After claiming victory upon victory and being bathed in the blood and hatred of countless foes, a fire was born inside Soul Edge.
Literally, it's a demon made of friggin' fire.
The demon Inferno had one purpose, to infect the world with evil and chaos. But in order to accomplish this, he needed a warrior capable of wielding the true power of Soul Edge. He planned to possess this warrior and transform them into the azure-clad Knight of Darkness, Nightmare. Inferno's first victim came in the late 16th century, when a pirate named Cervantes de Leon raided an English galleon and discovered the intriguing Blade of War.
For those who play Soul Edge, all of that
But
shit is
as
true.
we know, this was no ordinary flesh-covered sword with an eyeball.
Look at that flesh is coming up.
Opportunity and possessed the pirate, testing his body by slaughtering the entire population of a Spanish port town. Talk about a test drive.
Unfortunately, while
That's
powerful,
fucked up.
Cervantes was not the ideal vessel Inferno sought.
So he made him sit in that town until two chicks showed up, killed his ass.
Titties!
More powerful, picked up the sword.
That someone was a knight named Siegfried, and
Yep.
this was the body Inferno was looking for. Once Siegfried's hand touched Soul Edge, Inferno began eating away at his soul, torturing him endlessly and feeding on his fear and anger, transforming him into Nightmare. Nightmare was powerful enough to threaten all of Europe, conquering whole armies and devouring thousands of innocent souls.
If you haven't figured it out by now, Soul Edge is kind of like the ring from Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
Cut people and hungered for souls.
However, Soul Edge's power was incomplete. At some point, it had been broken, and shards of the demon's sword had been scattered across the world. To unlock Soul Edge's true power, Nightmare set off to find the lost pieces of his sword and repair it.
As Nightmare discovered each shard, the power of Soul Edge grew. And
Good
so
God.
did Nightmare.
Good God.
He can fight with numerous stances, channel fire and lightning through Soul Edge, and devour the souls
I
of
never
hundreds
liked
at
that
once
move.
with Soul Wave.
Watch this.
Despite Nightmare's ever-growing power, Siegfried constantly battled to free himself from Soul Edge's curse, and eventually, he succeeded.
Yay!
The two did battle atop Osterreinsberg Castle, but Nightmare's power was so great, the entire structure was obliterated by a single swing of his vile blade.
Just like a crazy ex-girlfriend, he figured if he couldn't have that body, no one can.
Soul Edge cannot be defeated by an ordinary blade. In fact, only one weapon has ever been able to harm it, a supposedly holy blade called Soul Calibur. Unknown to most, Soul Calibur is actually the final shard of Soul Edge, reforged into a
God
second sword
damn,
made
I did
specifically
not
to combat
know
its
that.
demonic counterpart.
Poor guy. How would you feel if some asshole decided to make a weapon specifically designed to murder you? And it kept showing up everywhere.
Nightmare has come close to conquering the world on numerous occasions, yet a warrior wielding Soul Calibur always seems to show up and hold him at bay. While Soul Edge seems indestructible,
Apart from that pesky holy sword.
Inferno does require a mortal body to create Nightmare. Should Nightmare fall, Inferno can risk his own life by manifesting himself to protect Soul Edge, as his very existence is tied to the sword.
But if Nightmare manages to absorb that final shard, Soul Edge and Nightmare will merge into their ultimate form. Night Terror. A larger, deadlier.
I have never fought that boss before, but I heard
Liar.
Yeah, when
I
one
heard
gains the
he's
power of
uber cheap.
blindness? Duh.
I kid you
No
not.
matter the time,
Look at that
the
beam.
final trio of Soul Edge, Inferno, and Nightmare.
Darkness. I shall draw the world in both.
Oh, and if I'm talking too loud, I'll try not to talk too much during the fight. But like I said, this is gonna be one hell of a slobber knocker.
Alright, the combatants are set. Let's end this debate once and for all.
It's time for a death battle!
Let's do this!
Swords, yeah!
Hell yeah! Nightmare. Looks like you found all the pieces. Oh fuck. Who the fuck is that? Versus
In
Guts.
my way. Stand aside. My darkness.
Yeah. This is faster. Oh, first attack from Nightmare. Oh, critical. Oh, unlockable. Holy shit. Flashing.
What's wrong? Voices. Fear.
Oh no! Not him! Fucking Night Terror. Okay, it doesn't look exactly like him, but still. Get your ass up, Guts. No, you. Ah, yeah, no. Oh! Now it's over. Now it's over. Game over.
I told you to stay out of my way.
What the fuck? What the hell? Cinder? What's Cinder doing here? Wait a minute. Oh, berserker armor. Now it's game over.
Hell yeah!
Look at Guts.
Wields more power than Guts. This is what Guts does every single day.
Yeah,
Shit
he's
kicked out of him trying to defeat gods and demons leagues above his abilities and still prevails.
true.
It's true, all his life.
I mean, this guy lives in a world where giant monsters are trying to kill you, eat you, rape you, or all three at the same time. And that's just Monday.
True, all his life Guts has had the odds stacked against him, and yet he's still kicking while everything else is dead.
Oh, but Wizard, I thought only Soul Calibur could destroy Soul Edge.
That's also true in the Soul Calibur world. However, Inferno exists on an astral plane. If you recall, Guts' sword Dragon Slayer also exists on such a plane, leaving no question that it could destroy Soul Edge. Plus, his Berserker armor bought him plenty of time to land the killing blow.
Yeah, because it will literally let you fight on until all of your bones are shattered and the last drop of your blood is spilled.
And it's not like Soul Edge was going to have any luck tempting Guts into
Berserkers,
picking it
bruh.
up and turning into another nightmare. Not only has Guts dealt with enough demonic shit to know that's a bad idea, he really loves that Dragon Slayer. He ain't not giving that up for anything.
Guts was just a whole nother caliber.
The winner is Guts.
Alright, Guts. Yeah. One hell of a SLOBBERKNOCKER.
Next time on Death Battle.
This is Iron Man versus
It's like the old saying. If you want someone killed right,
Get the fuck out.
kill him yourself.
Get the fuck out! Get the fuck out! Get the fuck out!
Hey everybody, click that like button if you like huge ass sword battles. And be sure to share and subscribe.
Well, folks, that was Guts versus Nightmare. If you want to see it yourself, the link will be in the description. Toodles!